and gentlemen, Seb Gorka is still alive, lost.
Oh, he's very
in
alive.
a seat. Where is Seb Gorka now? I don't mean physically.
You know that he had to. He got where he wants to be. Steve's got to go.
But so it's he. I mean,
he's at Heritage and Fox News.
Is he at Heritage now?
And at Fox News, he has a gig at Fox News.
Okay, so he has a Fox News gig, but he's basically done, right? Like the only reason why people cared about Seb Gorka. Well, but the only reason why people cared about Seb Gorka was because he was a conduit to Steve Bannon, right? He was Steve Bannon's guy. Now, no one cares about Steve Bannon. Apparently, his approval rating in the Republican Party has plummeted. Nobody cares. He has no patron anymore. He's just literally just that guy who has acid burns in his bathtub.
Slappy Steve.
And now Seb Gorka, all of his power. I mean, yeah, he still has got the car. Maybe he's still got the wife who's subsidizing him, but no one cares about Seb Gorka except for the extremely aged Lou Dobbs.
More than a year. 2.5 years, including the presidential campaign.
Well, look, the false prudery of the left-wing media, what they say off camera about the president, these people are toilet-mouthed individuals. The idea that now they're going to use this against the president, when in fact it looks as if it never actually happened. It's just about attacking a man who they still don't understand. Let's be clear. They don't understand why the American people voted for this man. And they know that Donald Trump understands some countries are hellholes. And most Americans agree with him. That's why they live here in America and understand America to be the shining light on the hill. So what will happen? Look, the Russia collusion delusion has become the left's Pizzagate. It is an absurd farce. It has come back to bite them on their rear end. Why? Because who's in trouble with regards to Russia? It's Hillary, and it's also the Obama administration, because now we're going to find out, thanks to brave people like Devin Nunes, who actually gave the order to target Americans on the Trump campaign, including the future president, with false information from a fake dossier provided in part by Russian actors. Look, we have some big scandals in American history, like the assassination of JFK, but this scandal is going to be one of the biggest when we get to the bottom of who gave that order in the Obama White House.
Trump is such a piece of shit. Man.
Oh my God, what a hellhole.
That guy, he's such fucking garbage.
Shithole.
He is such a piece of shit. Oh, hey.
Liberal media. The way that we talk.
Were we on camera?
Potty mouth.
We on mic when we
potty
said
mouth.
that?
All right, there you have it, folks. May you live in interesting times. We all grew up in the shadow of all of those conspiracy theories about the JFK assassination. And now we have the question as, who ordered the spying? I guess it would have been whoever arrested Papadopoulos. I guess we know the answer. It's that diplomat from Australia. Well, we don't even need to have a Warren Commission now. Elizabeth Warren would do the commission. Find the Australian. I mean, it is.
There should be a Warren Commission on herself.
How much of all that jibber jabber that Gorka was throwing out there do you think Dobbs actually picked up on? I get the feeling that Dobbs.
Yep.
Oh, definitely. Did you say JFK?
JFK.
Yes.
I remember simpler times. This was just about keeping Mexicans out of the country.
Does.
So complicated now.
But where do you go from this? Where do you go when you've got...
Steve is so cool. Except not anymore. He used to be so cool.
He's
not cool anymore.
Nobody understands. But one thing we have to do is we need to get rid of all law enforcement now. Is that
law
the
enforcement
FBI one?
now.
It's about conservative investigations in
yes,
general. Why
we're going to replace the FBI with Project Veritas.
James Comey had the nerve to tweet out in support of MLK's birthday, meanwhile never acknowledging that the FBI tried to have him assassinated. Disgusting.
Obama White House.
At what point do we decide as a country that we're not going to put up with a federal agency like the FBI or the Department of Justice, in which they carry out investigations that never result in a report, never result in a resolution of any kind, let alone consequence, for those who are accused of whether it's Benghazi, Fast and Furious, whether it's the IRS, whether it is, in point of fact, the Russians, we're told reliably from a third party, not from the FBI, hacked the DNC servers.
Pause it.
We don't.
First of all, I can't. Am I the only one who's like trying to understand the construction of that question? And he's saying, like, it looks like Dobbs is getting lost. When are we going to? I want to roll this back. He's saying, when are we going to get rid of the FBI, which has not found anything in any of these conspiracy theories that I'm listing off, and then does like a sort of, he flips the construction of the question to like, but there, you know.
Of any kind, let alone consequence, for those who are accused of whether it's Benghazi, Fast and Furious, whether it's the IRS, whether it is.
Pause it. No, it's like the
fact,
best thing too is to watch Gorka's face. Like, he doesn't know where this is going, but he's doing this like, yeah.
This is what I call my terrorism face. It's a serious face for serious time.
I have to admit that I've been in this situation where it's like you're on TV, you're conscious that you're on camera, and you're not following, or you're just thinking of something else. Like you're thinking, like, I would go out, maybe have a drink or something like that after this thing today. So you're just doing the old, like, every time you hear a pause, you nod.
My wife's parents threatened to.
I call this look the scrutineer.
My wife's parents threatened to cut off my allowance before I was hired by Breitbart, and I definitely had that face when they were making that threat. It was very disturbing.
Sometimes I also give it to like my kids too, like, yeah, I'm listening to you. Yes. Well.
IRS, whether it is, in point of fact, the Russians, we're told reliably from a third party, not from the FBI, hacked the DNC servers. We don't have straightforward evidence from any one of these investigating committees or agencies or departments. And that is an affront, it should be an affront to all Americans.
But Lou, we have things like your show, Sean Hannity, Sarah Carter, John Solomon. At the end of the day, I have great faith that all Americans will find out how much, the rot at the heart of the state of Denmark. And at the end of the day, somebody will pay a legal penalty, and it might be at the very highest levels of the Obama administration.
Somebody at the highest levels of the Obama administration.
Wonder who he's talking about. Anyone care to speculate?
These guys.
I mean, the Russia stuff is somewhat similar to Pizzagate in that some certain deranged liberals have completely lost their minds over it, but with the important distinction that the Russia stuff probably is real on some level.
Well, yes, that's a big
I think they're both super similar in that I believe both of them. I have totally been convinced by Pizzagate. I was listening to AJ Benz's Fame is a Bitch podcast, and he has a series on Pizzagate.
You know what?
And I had no idea what the Podesta brothers were up to.
You know what is just sick about the whole Pizzagate thing is that no one reported on how they moved the cellar.
No one.
Nobody
reported
the cellar.
Hey, man, I'm just asking questions. You know the Sam Cedar troll, Seth Meyers.
Seth, you know what Seth? Okay,
Seth Meyers is part of the game.
Let me just say one thing.
Going to Project Veritas.
Seth Meyers' family, construction. You know what they specialize in? Cellar removal.
And Project Veritas, they got microphones, and I like that.
Hi, folks. Sam Cedar here. We still need your help on our Patreon page. YouTube ads have come back, but not nearly as much as we had before. So if you can help us out, any little bit helps. Head over to our Patreon page right at this URL, and you'll help us keep helping you by making videos